The tables just turned. What's good? It's your boy Purple Lips back with another Purple Lip breakdown. It's your boy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, and all praises to the Most High. And we back on this DDG stuff, man. God damn. My boy just staying in the drama right now. He's staying in the newspaper. He is updated. He better capitalize off this. He better drop an album 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, man. Like after weeks, bro, the tables just turned. The table basically just turned. After weeks of being painted as an abusive person or whatever to DDG, DDG has now he basically say he's the victim. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, not saying me doing that soundbite doesn't mean that he's not a victim. I'm just saying, you know, he say that he's a victim. And I told y'all this a couple weeks ago. I told y'all this about a week ago or a couple weeks ago that, you know, I feel like Homeboy is innocent. He seems like a good character person, high character. He seems like he knows how to communicate how he's feeling and all this type of good stuff. Halle Berry, she looked like she probably grew into herself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. As a child, she probably was funny looking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go off on her or nothing like that. Not trying to paint a negative image, but I'm just being honest. This, based off of what I've been seeing so far, which we about to get into, he seemed like an insecure person. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get right into that. But you know, right now, like it seems like DDG is now say he's the victim, and he's coming with the receipts as well. And he coming with a restraining order. He's coming with full custody request, and claims that Halle Berry is violent and unstable, and she's lying. Ain't gonna lie, this the Purple Lip breakdown. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Let's pull this up for you. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I'm gonna read this little post, I guess, so to speak, and then I'm gonna go ahead and break it down and show y'all a little clip right after that, a little video clip of another article basically showing how Halle Berry bounced back today. So yesterday this was filed by DDG, and today this was filed. The video I'm going to show you is basically an update on today, how Halle Berry basically came back like she was already waiting for this thing to happen. She was already waiting, had this thing in the holster. She was waiting, he had it. She was, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? She wasn't playing no games. She trying to go on this trip, and my boy trying to stop her. Let's read this real quick. Hold on. Let me actually make this full for y'all. Take me out the picture real quick. It says here basically that DDG has filed for an emergency court order to block Halle Bailey, his ex-baby mama, from taking the child to Italy. In the filing, he accused her of repeated threats of self-harm and alarming threats suggesting harm to both herself and the child. That's crazy, ain't gonna lie. You know, I've been through this situation, the same exact situation. It kind of resonates with me so heavy because I do resonate with this brother, because I do know how to articulate myself. I am a calm person. I love to communicate how I'm feeling, and I just wish the same in return. And I feel like this brother was going through the same thing based off of stuff I was reading. Now, attempting to secretly get an abortion while pregnant, and later threatening to go through with a sorry. Give myself a little spat real quick. But yeah, later on, the threatened to go through with it unless he got back with her. You know what I'm saying? Unless he got back with her, she had basically threatened to get an abortion. You know what I'm saying? So that boy basically took a seat down, and he wanted to go ahead and pursue his relationship with her. And I mean, now that the child's in the picture, it kind of probably altered how he was feeling to at least give it a try. So he did that, just that. He gave it a try. So now, another incident, he says that he was taking his gun and then leaving the house without an explanation while she was pregnant. He claimed he found her outside holding the gun, the tool, secretly and she was secretly tracking him multiple times on a Apple AirTag hidden in his car, in a vitamin bottle, the baby's hold on, the baby's diaper bag. Yo, that's another level of lunatic. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, it was also in a box later found in his home. Showing up uninvited in a theater and allegedly trying to fight a woman that he was with. This shows basically that this woman right here doesn't know how to regulate her emotions, and that is not really safe. Like I said, I've been through the same thing. Unfortunately, good fellas, good guys go through situations or choose women, have a bad choice of choosing women. You know what I'm saying? And I guess this is another case. You know what I'm saying? Just can't ignore the truth. You know what I'm saying? Physical. This also says that he's physically assaulted. She physically assaulted him during the argument. He claims she had hit him and caused a cut on his hand, and that incidentally injured himself during the incident. She later described as abuse. Again, I could relate to this, man. You know, and anybody else who's been relate to this, man, drop this and share this to anybody who else can relate to this. You know what I'm saying? They go ahead and flip the script as if you were some type of abusive guy or something like that. And really, the truth is that this woman all along been going off on him, been acting unirrational. It's just drop your comments if you agree, if you disagree, if you think what you think about this situation. That's a little crazy. Do y'all think that he actually was basically she accused him of abusing her, but those cuts on his hands and the abuse, everything was basically on her. Do y'all agree with that? DDG is also asking the judge to block Haley from taking the child to Italy. He also wants sole custody and physical custody, or if not, if not granted, for all custody, exchange for hold on for all custodial exchange to be handled by a third party, which means that he basically doesn't want to talk to her. He wants a third party to talk for him, and that's crazy. That's how you know he doesn't want to deal with this woman. That's just a clear sign that maybe he's been through enough. You know what I'm saying? I also have this video of showing that Bailey had a bounce back or clap back. She clapped back on a whole nother. Man, let me just say this, man, because I'm going through the same thing, so I understand where he's coming from. DDG, buckle your seatbelts, bruh. I will be very smart about this move that you're doing right now, because she's not gonna stop. She is not gonna stop, and I promise you that. And maybe you should probably, if you ever hear this, share this to DDG. You know what I'm saying? If you ever hear this, maybe you should let her cool down a little bit, get her sense together, and work on building your craft up so that you can eventually get back into your child life. But right now, she has the money, the resources, and everything to go with her along. You know what I mean? If unless you got the money, bruh, she's got Rock Nation. I don't even want to say any names. I said that already, but she got them boys on her side. You know what I'm saying? And if she got them boys on her side, she got a lot of money, bruh. You got a lot of money that you got to fight against. You might just, my advice, man, you know, just work on yourself, get back together, and keep fighting for your kid. I do not recommend that you give up on your kid. Like I said, I'm going through the same thing. I'm fighting myself, but this thing gonna get messier, especially with a woman like who who's hurt and wants probably still will deal with you. You know what I'm saying? She probably still will take you back or deal with you if you wanted to, but she knows that she pushed you too far. And the reason why I know this is because I've been through this, bro. And I've seen other people go through this. And you know, it's just kind of a situation where you're being manipulated and they use a system against you. And to be honest with you, brother, A lot of people go through this, and it sucks, but it's the truth of the reality. But this is the situation. But Haley Bailey, hey, sorry about that. I don't know her name. Haley Bailey, man, she clapped back today. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Again, her and her lawyer both responded. So it states, and I'm starting with number 4 here. As you guys can see in these documents, they already stated that they will be referring to DDG as Daryl. So it states, I am requesting the court deny Daryl's request. Instead, I request that the court grant me permission to take our son out of the country to perform my employment duties. I also request orders to stop Daryl personally, and that he instruct his family and friends to stop posting about our son, this litigation, and me on all platforms discussed below. I want to point out that Daryl has requested an order blocking me from traveling with our son for my scheduled work next month, and he waited until June 4th to ask for custody orders, although he and his attorneys have ignored all of my attorney's efforts for him to have monitor visits with our son since the issuance of the temporary.
I ain't gonna lie, this girl right here has a great lawyer. Hey, she has a great lawyer and a team behind her that is gonna fight back. I swear to God, DDG, this is gonna be a tough battle, man. Ain't nothing funny about that, man. This is crazy, man. Like, my boy just want to be in his kid's life. And I think that a woman should consider that, man. You know what I mean? Like, just, you don't gotta be with him at least. You don't gotta be with him, but at least let him be a father to his kid, you know? Like, why you gotta try to paint this picture like he's a bad guy? See, he wasn't a bad guy until he didn't want to deal with you no more. And that's 100% fact.
Temporary restraining order on May 13th. Daryl has exaggerated, lied, and misconstrued for the court, not only for the history of our relationship, but for our parenting and my mental health. There's no doubt that I was emotionally devastated in 2022 and 2023 by his behavior and ongoing abuse. I have been very vocal about my without waiving the psychotherapist patient privilege and physician patient privilege. I have reached out to my doctor and received treatment to address these issues. I have been and remain 100% available and capable as a parent to our son Halo. Had Daryl really been concerned about my parenting, he would have taken action prior to this time. He has never sought custody orders or any orders protecting Halo until today, the day that my DVRO was set. No, DVRO means domestic violence restraining order. She then states most of Daryl's alleged incidents took place in 2022 and 2023. It is now June 4th, 2025, but Daryl makes no specific allegations about any incidents since his own claims about an incident that took place back in January 2025, which I addressed in my DVRO. Yet Daryl did not seek any orders for protection or custody until now, nearly 5 months later. In his declaration, Daryl...
And that is exactly where my boy messed up, man. And I understand that too, because you honestly are giving her the benefit of doubt. You really want to give her the consideration. You really want to think that she's a decent person. You know what I'm saying? You want to think that she will come along. She knows that you are a good person, that you want to be in a kid's child's life or whatever. But let's talk about it, bro. The serious part is that Haley is mentally unstable, apparently, and suicidal, like DDG claims. You know what I'm saying? And that should have been basically addressed a long time ago. And that's the hard part. Privately too. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even been public. It should have been privately handled. But if he's using her mental health as basically like a weapon in court, that's equally damaging to the kid. You know what I'm saying? Because either way, the baby is caught in the middle. And I understand that, man. It's walking on tippy toes because you're trying to protect yourself while also trying to gain access to your kid. But at the same time, you're gonna have to throw a little mess inside the whole thing. And man, I feel for that because you just have to. By the end of the day, you're just trying to get access to your kid. Get into it, man. It's crazy, man. It sucks to go through this. I'm going through this right now, currently. Sucks to go through this, man. I feel for DDG. I pray this brother get it together, but this is the report.
Daryl has also failed to explain why he waited until now to ask for orders, DV, or custody. If he genuinely had concerns about me as a person or me as a parent, this is cold retribution to embarrass, humiliate, and cause me additional emotional distress. Daryl has reportedly threatened to file something to cause me additional harm. His papers are nothing more than ongoing abuse. I will address the truth about his allegations further if the court sets his request for hearing. I am contractually obligated to be in Italy to film a movie. I have been and remain Halo's caretaker. Halo cannot be left in Daryl's care and or his mother's care. I do not pose a threat to our son or to myself. These allegations will be disproved at the time of the hearing. As the court may recall on
It's another commercial, y'all. Let me go ahead and get through this.
25, I was granted a temporary restraining order. I had asked that the court also grant me an order to stop Daryl from continuing to harass me online. His online presence is his means of financial support, and he has continued to use this to cause me distress and harm. Daryl is a professional YouTube and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause, upset, and get clicks, he starts bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans. Since the orders were made, this online behavior has only escalated, and I have continued to receive. A few examples of these angry, aggressive posts are attached. They were including people's tweets, people's TikToks when they were talking about Halle. So all of that was kind of working against DDG. She also states his fans constantly post pictures of our son and are surveilling our son and me. Now she's speaking on that TikTok where someone recorded Halo with the nanny at the park, and it was captioned, DDG can't see his son, but he's out with the nanny. So then she also goes on to say, our son is not a public figure and his safety and well-being are of great concern. Just recently, Daryl's fan posted a video of Halo in a public park with my babysitter while I was in New Jersey working, claiming I'm a bad parent for working. This means that someone was watching our whereabouts and following Halo and my nanny in the park. This post is attached. Daryl even posted about learning about the court orders issued live on social media the day after the orders were made, but he refused to accept service of the papers until June 3rd, 2025. I will bring the video of Daryl posted of himself to court. He has been out of state and his representatives have not accepted service until yesterday. Daryl has used the last 3 weeks since the orders were made to only increase his online campaign against me. He live streams 24/7. In addition, I have received threats from his friends and family. This has caused me tremendous emotional distress and fear. During this time, I have tried through my attorney to arrange monitor visits with our son. I have asked the courts for this order in hopes he would accept some visits, and he has ignored my attempts. I have also tried to set up a settlement conference, but he has ignored my attempts. Instead, Daryl waited until the day before June 4th, 2025 hearing to make up claims against me and feign concerns about events from years ago in retaliation to my filing of my DVRO, asking the courts for orders that would enjoin me from working next month. This is further evidence of his abuse and control. He is following through with his prior threats. At any point in the last 3 weeks, he could have addressed any issues with my counsel regarding visits or my scheduled employment out of the country. This behavior is to get more clicks and fame for him online. The court should also be aware that Daryl has been violating the orders made and having his agents and third parties text me and threatening me. I will provide proof at the hearing of this ongoing abuse. I must be on set in Italy to film a movie. I'm contractually bound to be there from June 7th to August 4th. Daryl has known about this work obligation for months. This is my source of income on which Halle and I rely to pay all bills. Daryl has not contributed to any regular support since Halle was born. I will be held liable.
Damn, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This right here, bro. She got some good ass Lord. Sorry, my mom wouldn't like if I said that. I said damn, but good ass. But you know, I ain't gonna lie. She got some good lawyers, man, and she ain't gonna stop right now, bro. Do you believe DDG, or is this just like damage control? Let me know your comments, like, share, subscribe if you're tired of the lies and modern relationships. This is another Purple Lip breakdown. Unfortunately, this ain't gonna go out good. We're going through this right now. I pray for that brother. I pray for that family. I pray for that kid. In God's name. Amen. I pray y'all work this out. I pray that kid gets the proper love that he needs from both sides of the family. Grace and honor. All praise to the Most High. DDG, I hope you get to play your role as a father. Halle, I hope you don't hold this against him. Forgive him so that he can play a role as a father. Do whatever you can do within yourself just to do the right thing for your kid. Not necessarily for yourself, but at least think about your kid. This is another Purple Lip breakdown. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all.